Thank you, man. Let me get it back. Thank you. Have a good night. You know what, bruh? The other side of me, man. I really want to settle down and have a family. You feel what I'm saying? That's the other side of me, man. You know? The other side of me, man, I really want to settle down and have children, you know, and have a wife and shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I really want to settle down. I really do. I really do. In my heart, I really want to settle down with a woman, man. And I could if I would. You know what I'm saying? You know. Have a good night. Little Seven working tonight. Oh yeah. Yeah, little Seven, she working tonight. Hold on 1 second. Let me look in there. Is little Seven up in there, man? Yeah, little Seven is working tonight, man. She working the window. She working the window tonight. Yeah, she working the window tonight. I know what, bro. I do. I mean, you know, as I get older, it does cross your mind to settle down. You feel what I'm saying? Look at little Seven working the window. She working the window tonight at Starbucks. You know, you think about that as you get older. It does cross your mind. You feel what I'm saying? Settle down with a woman of your liking. You know, watch movies, go to dinner together, have fun together. You feel what I'm saying? It does cross your mind, man. It does cross your mind out here in the streets, bro. Have a woman that's by your side, bro. Just straight up by your side. The other side of me, I do want to settle down, guys. I do want to have a family and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the other side of me, man.
Wait, wait.
You know what I'm saying? I do. I do want to settle down and have a family. You feel what I'm saying? I do want to settle down, man. I want to be that guy, bro. I've been out here alone for so long. You know, it doesn't take much to make me happy. You feel what I'm saying? It doesn't take much to make me happy out here in these streets right now. All I need is consistent sex on the regular. That's all I need, man. If I'm gonna settle down, it's gonna be with a woman that's gonna give me sex on the regular. Especially if I got the bag. If I got the bag, she gonna give me sex on the regular. Best believe that. I wish I was that guy, man. You know. I wish I was that guy out here in these streets, bro. You know, I do want to have a family, guys. I do want to have children. You know, but it's not the right timing, man. I ain't got my money right. So I'm not gonna bring children into the world being broke and dusty, man. That's what my father and my mother did. They brought me into the world just straight up broke. Left me here to defend for myself. That's the other side of me, man. The other side of me is saying, get married, have children, be together with a woman. That's the other side of me, bro. The other side is saying, like, nah, don't get married. You know, pump and dump all these hoes. I got two sides of me, man. Pump and dump all these hoes and get married and settle down with these hoes. You feel what I'm saying? Pump and dump these hoes or settle down with these hoes. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't like what it used to be, man. You know, as I get older, I realize that time has passed. And it ain't like what it used to be when I was a young man in the 80s coming up. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's not like what it used to be. You know? When I was coming up in the 80s and the 90s, man, it was different. When I was coming up in the early 2000s, when 9/11 happened, it was different. Technology was different. People were different. Women were different. Men were different. Okay? So as technology kept getting more advanced, people started to change, man. So what I'm saying? I gotta remind myself, like, Kelly, bro, things are not like what it used to be. It's not. People are not falling in love easily nowadays as it used to be. Let me tell you something, bro. Before social media, like people used to fall in love easily. Okay? We had way more weddings. We had way more babies being born. Okay? Social media fucked up everything. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Social media, it destroyed everything in these streets, bro. The way male and female relationships go nowadays, it destroyed it, bro. Yes, it is. Social media killed real love. You hear what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. If it wasn't for social media, I would have never had that 8-year drought without having a girlfriend. Social media did me in, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Because before social media, bro, it was a lot easier to find a woman in your life. You know, it was a lot easier to find a woman in the streets. Social media, bro, you know, TikTok, Bumble, it gave women a whole lot of options to fucking choose from. What can I say, bro? Things are not like what it used to be. Back before social media, you could holler at a woman in the streets, man, and get her phone number and talk to her for hours on the phone, bro. It ain't like that no more, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, we're talking about hours. We get on the phone and talk for hours. There was no social media. You feel what I'm saying? There was no social media out here in these streets. There was none of that. It ain't like that no more, man. Them days are gone. You know? Social media destroyed dating. If you're wondering why you're struggling, and you wonder why you ain't got a woman, or if you wonder why these women are ghosting you at alarming rates, if you wonder why women are ghosting you at alarming rates, it's because of social media, bro. It's because of the dating apps. That destroyed everything. You feel what I'm saying? It's time for me to lay down. I gotta go sleep soon, man. Why things are hard on men nowadays, bro. Let me tell you, if some of you guys were born back when I was born, back in the 80s and the 90s, you'll see what I'm talking about. Because some of you guys were born in the 2000s, man. You feel what I'm saying? Whew. Oh. Shit, let me lay down. Oh my God. I'm tired. I'm so tired. It's not like what it used to be, guys. You feel what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you, when I was younger, bro, I used to see a lot more weddings at the churches and shit. I used to see a lot of weddings and shit, man. You know, when I was younger, a lot of flower girls and shit. Not no more. Not no more. I'm yawning. Hellcat is tired, guys. I do want to settle down, man. You think I ain't? Think it hasn't crossed my mind to settle down with a woman? Just straight up, just settle down. Just being with just one woman for the rest of my life. You don't think I haven't thought about that? Yes, I have thought about that because of social media, man. I haven't been thinking about that because it's the way it is. Right now, the way things are, and so media. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm so tired right now, and I'm gonna go to sleep soon, man. But I have that, man. But the way things are right now, bruh, I can't get married. I can't settle down because the way things are right now, the situation is that people are not getting married like they used to. People are not loving each other like they used to because of social media. Social media it's destroying true love. It's destroying the way things used to be back when I was coming up, when I was a young man in the 80s and the 90s, bro. Women didn't have all these goddamn options that they got right now. Women were more serious now, bro. But when social media, the way media came out, the way social media just took everything down, bro. You hear what I'm saying? So you're gonna have a hard time finding a woman to really love you for you because the way social media just took everything on. You guys remember, I'm an OG, so I remember the way things were before social media. Nigga, we didn't have all that social media back when I was a teenager, nigga. When I was a teenager, nigga, there was no such thing as social media, bruh. There was no Facebook, there was no Plenty of Fish, there was no what the hell was that? Oh, that was a car. There was no Facebook. There was no Play Fish. You feel what I'm saying? There was none of that shit, bro. You feel what I'm saying? When I was coming up, bro, and we had the R&B era with Drew Hill, Faith Evans, Biggie Smalls. You know what I'm saying? Tupac with the hardcore rap and all that other shit. Bumble and Tinder start coming out. Bumble, let me tell you something, bro, for real. And I'm gonna keep this shit on the buck. When Bumble and Tinder came out, that was the end of the dating scene, bro. You feel what I'm saying? All this new technology shit is really destroying true love. It's really destroying love the way it is. Back in the day, bro, let me tell you something, bro. We had Drew Hill, we had 112, we had Genuine, okay, we had Kenny Lattimore, we had all these R&B niggas, man, and these bitches, I mean, bro. These bitches' panties used to melt when motherfuckers used to sing back in the day, bro. You feel what I'm saying? But when technology started getting bigger than back then, it destroyed everything, bro. I'm telling you. You guys ain't listening to what I'm saying. Both men and women used to be serious about relationships, and we used to make it laugh, like Keith Sweat. We had Keith Sweat back in the 90s, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know you want my loving, baby. You got me twisted over you. I got what you want, baby. So what you wanna do? You know what I'm saying? We had we had all the fucking Lover Boys songs. You feel what I'm saying? We had love songs. We had all that other stuff, bro. The moment the moment social media came out, for some reason, that shit just disappeared, bro. It ain't no, bruh. It's not like what you think it was, bruh. You guys don't remember. Some of you guys were born in 2000, 2001, and 2002. You don't remember back in the 80s and the 90s, bro, when things were a lot more simple and love was real. You feel what I'm saying? People got married on a regular in the 80s, nigga. In the 90s, I kept remember like churches being filled with marriages and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? I remember that shit as a young man. You know, how churches were fucking filled up with like babies and flower girls. And priests, motherfuckers, dearly beloved, we take this couple right here in holy matrimony. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? It was a lot more of that shit going on. But the way social media just came out of nowhere and destroyed everything, bruh, things will never be the same, bruh. You feel what I'm saying? Cause back in the day, man, there was true love in the air. All this social media, it destroyed everything. And they thought they was doing us a favor by creating a dating sites to make things easier. It didn't make things easier, it made things worse. It's not like what it used to be, guys. And it's never going back to the way things used to be. You feel what I'm saying? Love, bruh. Love was in the air. And people stayed together longer. And people really loved each other, bro. Nowadays, it's not like that no more, guys. You can get that shit up. It's a wrap. You know, this shit is a wrap. We had we had Blackstreet. We had Genuine. We had all these R&B artists back in the day just making the panties soaking wet. We had Jagged Edge. You know what I'm saying? We had who else out there that was back in the day, back in the 80s and 90s. When the 90s came around, we had Kenny Lattimore. Uh, you feel what I'm saying? We had Boys and Men keeping the fucking panties wet. You know, we had Boys and Men. You know, who else? The R&B Kings. We had Keith Sweat. We had Keith Sweat back in the 90s, bro. You guys remember, I'm an OG. I remember Keith Sweat, Boys the Men. You know, another bad creation. No, that's a rap group. That was a kid rap group. Uh, you feel what I'm saying? You know, we had all those R&B artists, bro, back in the day, just making women just fall in love. You know what I'm saying? And making people, not just women, but people fall in love with each other. You feel what I'm saying? And then social media got way more advanced. And them days are gone now, man. You know, rest in peace. So like social media in today's, I mean, the way things are right now, social media destroyed it, bro. Social media destroyed that shit, bro. And I ain't like what it used to be. It ain't like what it used to be. It used to be good. And like what it used to be, man. And like what it used to be. Love in the air, man. People stay together. Relationships last longer. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not forever, for longer, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the social media, it destroyed everything. I mean, you can like argue with me on that. You can say, well, Kelcat, bro, you are wrong, man. Social media, it enhancing everything. It's helping everything. I mean, bro, you can say whatever you want to say about social media, but I know a difference when I see one. I know when something is different from the rest. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I remember. I remember the way things were before social media. Cocat OG, nigga. I ain't no 20-something-year-old dude. I remember back in the 90s, bro. Oh, yeah, we had Drew Hill. We had 112. We had Genuine. We had Kenny Lattimore. We had all the R&B groups back in the 90s, bro. You feel what I'm saying? It made women fall in love. It made people stay together forever. Remember that song by Keith Sweat? Make it last forever and ever. Don't let our love end. Whoa, dun, dun, dun. Just make it last. Ooh, and make it last forever and ever. Don't let our love end. Ooh, let's make it last. Ooh, make it last forever and ever. Don't let our love end. Oh, remember that song? Make it last forever. Let's make it last. Ooh, 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 ooh. That was like back in the 80s, nigga. That was the 80s song, bro. That would set Keith Sweat off. That song right there, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I remember as a young child listening to that song, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I was a young child listening to that song, nigga. Ooh, ooh, oh, ooh, let's make it last. Ooh, make it last forever and ever. Don't let our love end. Oh, dun, 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 dun. Let's make it last. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm telling you, man, Keith Sweat, that nigga kept the panties off, bro. You talking about an OG? You talking about me, nigga? I'm OG, bro. Keith Sweat, that nigga he in his fucking 60s now, man. You feel what I'm saying? He young, he older than me. Keith Sweat is like 20 years. Keith Sweat is 20 years older than me, nigga. I'm like, what, 45? That nigga gotta be 65 or some shit like that. Oh, he gotta be in his, he gotta be in his 50s. Keith Sweat gotta be in his 50s, bro. But I remember when I was a young man listening to that nigga, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? A young man, though. My dad used to listen to him. He was the one who used to listen to Keith Sweat. He bought the album, bro. His first album. My dad brought Keith Sweat's first album, nigga. I remember that shit. And I used to bump that shit, man. I used to bump Keith Sweat's first album. You feel what I'm saying? And I was a Keith Sweat fan, like, like after that, bro. I was a Keith Sweat fan after he came out with that album, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not like what it used to. It's not like what it used to be, guys. Sorry, I'm getting cut off. It's not like what it used to be, guys. Like, because of social media, it destroyed that love in the air. It destroyed everything. Like, social media has destroyed a lot of like the real love and the romance and all that stuff. Why do you think like R&B died? Social media killed R&B. It wasn't like just something out of thin air. That it killed R&B. What killed R&B was social media, bro. And the ability to like download apps for free on Napster.com. Napster.com killed R&B. You feel what I'm saying? Napster.com destroyed everything, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I remember Napster.com. It destroyed like the music industry, period, bro. Like I mean, the way things were with music before, you couldn't download music for free. You had to go to the store and buy that shit to support the artist. The moment social media popped up, the moment, sorry, I'm burping this stuff because I had some food. The moment social media popped up, bro, the moment, like, that start popping up, you start seeing less marriages, you start seeing less relationships, you start seeing less like people fall in love. Um, you start seeing people, you know, um, not being able to find their face match. You feel what I'm saying? Um, it was all social media's fault, bro. The way things is right now, it's all blamed on social media. I blame it on social media. Yes, I do, because my life changed after social media got super fucking goddamn advanced. I'm a nigga that remember when social media didn't even exist, nigga. We talking about Apple computers. Uh, I remember when video games. Uh, I remember when video games we didn't even have all them graphics, bro. We had like was it um, online fucking like Pitfall, Donkey Kong. We had Pac-Man. I remember. You guys remember? I'm old, so I remember Pac-Man, Donkey Kong. Okay, Spacers. Okay, we had all that shit. It was very, you feel what I'm saying? Graphics start getting serious. Especially when we started to head to like the early 2000s, that's when graphics start getting crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's when graphics start getting crazy out here in the streets. But it's not like what it used to be. Social media destroyed a lot of that shit, bro. We talking about real love. When motherfuckers can find their face match and fall in love and be together for a long period of time and be together for a long time. We talking about years. My mother and my father was married for like 10 years, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And this is before social media. My mother and father was born before social media even popped up. Nigga, I was born and in the 80s. 1980 was my birthday, okay? So I remember Donkey Kong and so of course Super Mario Brothers when they first came out and back in 1986. Okay, so I remember I was a small child and I had a Super Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had a Nintendo. My bad. It wasn't Super Nintendo. It was a regular Nintendo back in 1986. Nigga, I'm OG. I'm old as fuck. I remember, but because of social media, the way things are going, people are not serious. Are guys, okay? It, it ain't like what it used to be. Wait, man, I'm gonna end this video. You guys have a good night. I'm gonna get some sleep, man. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'll make a video when I wake up. You guys have a good day. I'm out, man. Peace.